locally owned Good Karma brand station. It's time for the best 60 minutes of your life. This is the Homer Hour, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, alongside former Packer Brian Bulaga. Here's Emmy Award winner Homer.
The best 60 minutes of your day, the Brian Bulaga Homer Hour. And we will have Rob Demovsky on as well. I apologize that I wasn't tough enough on Matt LaFleur on the postgame show last night. That's bad high school coaching. High school coaches know in that situation, you do not pass the ball ever. Now, he may not have played in situations where his defense was so much better than the offense, but that's a high school coach. That's a high school football coach decision. And I'm incapable of comprehending, so I'll defer to Brian Bulaga to explain it. How does it happen?
Yeah.
You've watched a game in which their team, Cleveland, offense, couldn't go the length of the field for a touchdown in a month.
Yeah.
Much less 3 minutes.
Yes. Correct. I mean, I don't know what the thought process could have been, right? Like I don't know what the thought was. I mean, obviously he trusts Jordan with the ball, right? Like he
didn't see that situation. He just played whatever this is what you do, right? This is what you do in a game in this situation at this time in a game.
It's a third and a long three.
Yeah.
And he put the ball in Jordan's hands and look for him to make it happen, right? And that's that.
Best way to get a first down. With his decision and Jordan at quarterback. Yeah.
Yes. That's what he did, right? And like I'm not going to sit here and say like I know why he did it or why he did it.
Well, but that's a pretty good guess. I mean,
yes, like that's why that's what I'm guessing, right? Like now am I saying I agree with that? No, I can't say I agree with that. Like I would have turned around and handed it to 8. And if we get 1 yard, 2 yard, no yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, whatever, it doesn't matter at that point because I know. And like, again, you said it and you said it to start. This is the first time he's had a defense that he knows for a fact. The worst they're going to give up most likely is 3. That's the worst case scenario. Right, like that is the worst case scenario in that situation. If they punt it, the worst case they're giving up 3, and they're going to make Cleveland probably eat up all 3 minutes to get 3. So like he hasn't had that defense since he's been there. So it was a mistake, right? Like, and that is, I get it. A lot of people are saying that's unacceptable. That's this, that's that. I get it. I understand it. I'm not saying you're wrong. But you got to learn from it, right? Like that's the memo. Because like I understand it. I would have turned around and handed it to 8, and just kept the clock ticking, and let it go. But I will say this, and like this isn't like trying to play devil's advocate here. Like I'm just not. I know for a fact, in my time there. 12 would have taken the ball and he's thrown it 100% of the time. I just know he is. So like that's what's happening in that situation. And like that is, and you talked about the percentages and what happens in third and a long three on third down and NFL game. Like that's normally what happens. Like you put the ball in your best player's hands and you let them make these decisions, right? And like that's how it always went, right? And
Yep.
that's what Jordan Love is to the Green Bay Packers. He is their quarterback. They put the ball in his hands, and Jordan Love made a bad mistake, right? Like, and he made a bad decision, and he has to learn from that. Obviously, I mean, I can't speak to the decision he made, but that's normally what you do, right? You put it in your best player's hands, and you hope that they make the best decision and they make a play, right? And it didn't happen. So again, I don't know what the decision making was on the sideline and what the play, coming into the huddle, what it was. I have no idea. I can only go based off of what is, what normally happens in those situations on the field, and you're in the huddle and what's coming into the huddle as a player. Like, and my experience being out there with the type of quarterback that I had in Aaron and what everyone expects Jordan to be. I'm not saying everyone expects Jordan to be Aaron. I'm not saying that, but when you expect to have that type of quarterback and a high level quarterback, which we all think Jordan can be, right? And they expect to have that in Green Bay right now. You put the ball in his hands. And that's life, right? Like, and that's the way I'm not, and this is like what it is, man. You live and die by your quarterback. That's the NFL these days, right? That's just what it is. And he made a mistake, and he's going to learn from it and move on, right? And
well,
and
I would say
it.
I do not believe that Aaron Rodgers would have thrown the ball.
I get it.
But you're right. He would have looked to have thrown the ball. Yeah, no, I still like Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I still think you can win a Super Bowl with Jordan Love. But if you're the head coach, you better realize that he's capable of doing things that make absolutely no sense. I would emphasize the sack that he took, I believe, was worse than even the interception in terms of what the hell are you thinking? Was it the end of the third quarter? He's 10 yards back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can't.
So you have to expect, if you're the head coach, that he's capable of doing those things. So you must factor that in terms of what options you give him in various situations. I think the problem with the end of this game is it's never going to happen again this year. It might not happen for years. The chance to play an offense that's as horrible as that team was. Now, maybe the Packer defense is so good that other offenses will be like that. But I would guess in most of the games the rest of the season, it will be appropriate to do exactly what you said.
Yeah, I mean,
and the percentages.
I think too. I mean, I can assure you there's going to be times throughout. I mean, I can guarantee you there's going to be times in this season, and it could be as early as Sunday. It could that we're going to be in a situation like that again, and he's going to throw it. They're going to put the ball right back in his hands. He's going to throw it. So, like, it's not that like he can't do it. Jordan is more than capable. He made a bad decision. And I'm not sitting here making excuses for him. And I'm not saying that that they're not going to like be gun shy with him. No, that's not going to be the case. But it's just like the situation that they were in, right? Like we all look at it from this outside angle. I mean, yeah. I mean, we looked at it, and I mean, I was looking at it from just sitting on the couch, and I'm just thinking, yeah, just turn around, hand it to 8, and let the clock keep ticking. Just let it keep ticking, and that's just whatever.
Or run a rollout and don't pass the ball.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
if you pass the ball, you pass it out to the running back out there or something like that, because you want the clock to keep going.
Yes, but like it's just like. It's the simple things, right? Like you said, you can't take that big of a sack. That's a big sack. Like that's a killer. Like right. it just like those are the.
He's clearly not aware of down and distance and situation, because I emphasized that Jordan Love after the game didn't make any comment, which I would have hoped. That is, given the situation and our defense, there's no way I can even attempt that throw given all those factors with so many defensive players around it.
Well,
but
yeah,
it never entered his mind, and his coach certainly never presented it that way either. So I blame the coach more than the player. But
I mean, and I'm going to say this too, right? And I get it. I don't play quarterback. I never played quarterback, and I get the looks of the way windows open and close in the NFL, and how you read things. Listen, it happens fast, and it happens even faster when your offensive line all day isn't protecting you well, right? And in that situation, if you watch it from the end zone copy or the sideline copy or whatever cut up you want to watch it from, it doesn't really matter what cut up. When he threw that ball, if he and whether he was, you say he's pressured or not, I don't think he was pressured, but at some point it gets on a quarterback, dude. It just does. It gets on a quarterback that he has been all day. He's been he's been under duress. I think Tucker Kraft gets open in about a half second later. I truly believe Tucker Kraft is open about a half second later. But that's Captain Hindsight from me, who never played the position.
Well,
right?
no, but it's also your recognition of, again, game time and situation, and the game that he had played in, knowing he's not getting that extra half second, and probably not even thinking about it, because I would guess, I'll defer to you, that quarterbacks probably start, I don't want to say they're jumpy, but they're not only using that half second, they're probably taking away a half second that they have on top of that, because they think the pressure's going to be there.
Yeah, it's the same way we talk about what Micah Parsons does to quarterbacks, right? It's the same thing we talk about what Micah does to teams. Well, Myles Garrett does that to teams too, right? It's no different what Myles Garrett does to quarterbacks as well. And that's who we just played. He did the same thing. He does the same thing. But like, who intercepted that ball? I believe it was the safety. The safety jumped it. He cut Kraft loose, jumped the route, and picked it. Like, so if you decide to hold on to that ball a half second, I think Kraft pops open, and there's nobody there. There is nobody home. So
now the defensive back does that because he knows the pressure and knows that the quarterback's going to have to try to release it quickly.
They're playing the sticks, right? They're playing the sticks. It's 3rd and 3. They're playing situations, right? Playing the sticks and things like that. I mean, that's just. I mean, no one's looking for a home run ball there. The way that game has gone, right? Like that. I mean, and they know, the defensive line has been getting home fast. I mean, they just know that, right? Like, and that's, look at the way our D-backs play. They play the same exact way. They know our defensive line gets home fast. Chances are home run balls are not going to happen. They just don't. There's no chance for the home run ball to happen because our D-line's in there at 2.5 seconds. That can't develop. So our defensive backs take chances, and that's what happened there. The safety took a chance. He jumped it. I get it was a bad throw and bad decision, and I get it. But still, I mean, if the safety didn't jump that, no one's picking that ball. It's literally dirted. The ball's thrown into the ground. I mean, in all honesty, it gets thrown at the receiver's feet. So it's just one of those things that. I don't have again, I'm not a quarterback. I never played it. It's very hard to play it. They make a lot of money for a reason.
But you've observed them make decisions.
Oh yeah,
for a long time.
Yes. And I got to watch what I consider the best decision maker for a long time. I truly believe that. I truly believe he was the best decision maker, and his stats say so, right? His touchdown to interception and everything tells you he was. So I got to watch him do that, right? And you get to see, and you watch it on tape and how he went through everything and what he did. And it was just a bad decision. And that's really
Rodgers could break the rules on a regular basis and get away with it.
Of course he could. Of course he could.
All right, we got a question for you here. that I want you to think about. We're going to take a break. Rob Demovsky's coming up later as well. Jacobs is a great back, and we're wasting his ability by not giving him any run lanes. Do guards ever pull where to run? The doctor of football, Brian Bulaga, will answer that next. We're giving away a copy of Greeny and Hembo's brand new book, Got Your Legends. It ranks every NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, and NHL franchise and names the Mount Rushmore of legends for each. Yeah, for each. So in honor, caller 4 wins a book. Caller 4 wins a book. 1-800-990-3776. Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
That accident on 43 northbound at Fond du Lac Avenue has been cleared out of the way. We do still have delays out of the Marquette up and around the North Avenue curve to Locust. Southbound side slow from Locust all the way down through the Marquette down to about Lincoln. Westbound 94's got backups from the Marquette all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound, we did have that accident in the stadium interchange blocking the left lane. That is going to be affecting your ride, definitely. We're seeing backups from 84th Street, pretty solid all the way to that point. And then on southbound 41, 894, backing up from the Zoo interchange down to Lincoln, and then again from Oklahoma down into the Hale. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of showers or storms. Mostly cloudy, a low of 62. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, still humid. Chance for showers, a high of 72. Weather is brought to you by Dick & Schroff Heating and Cooling, now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Join a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. Apply today at dickandschroff.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lozga on 94.5 ESPN.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Narrow Spine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Did you know Love was born November 2nd? Did you know Love was raised in Bakersfield, California? Did you know Love played college football at Utah State? Are you looking for lots of Love touchdowns the rest of this football season? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where we love being your one-stop shop for everything alcohol-related. With our selection of over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, liquor, and mixers, all at the lowest prices in town, Discount Liquor has all your tailgating needs covered. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Discount Liquor, 2 locations, Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
See all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
As the Packers get ready for their Week 4 Sunday night football matchup in Dallas against the Cowboys, head coach Matt LaFleur still reflecting on what went wrong Week 3 in Cleveland. LaFleur on what the team can take away after the loss to the Browns.
I just think this league is such a week-to-week league, and you can never lose sight of that. And you can't take any moment, any game for granted. The goal is to go 1-0 every week.
Well, the 2-1 Packers will look to get back on that 1-0 plan as they prepare for Sunday night football against the 1-2 Cowboys in Week 4 prior to the Week 5 bye. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Why Z-Bart? Because cars, trucks, and SUVs still rust. They do. Just look around the parking lot. Well, it doesn't have to happen, people. Google Z-Bart rust protection, call Z-Bart, and keep your car rust-free.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Yes, the life of Walker Damas was short-lived. But for a couple days, it was awesome. The Brian Balaga Homer Hour, Rob Demovsky coming up. Surfside, talk about it, partner.
That's right, Wisconsin sports fans. I'm here for my friends at Surfside, and football season is back, and we're bringing you your tailgate must-have. There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your home team. Made with real vodka and real brew tea, Surfside's only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. And why it's so easy to enjoy? Because there's so many great flavors. My favorite is the half tea, half lemonade, peach tea, and raspberry lemonade. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Ask for it at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Now that Walker Damas is done, Bulaga Damas, would you like to make a prediction on how many games the Packers will win this season?
Yeah. Listen, I'll make a prediction. I mean, I still think that they're going to be. I still think that they'll win 12 or more games.
12-5 or so, yeah.
Yeah. I said they are a good team. They are a good football team that played a bad game. Right. And I always, and I don't, Rob, and I'm going to ask Rob about this because he mentioned it on Green Bay Game Day in the morning. He doesn't like to talk about trap games this early in the season. I always worry about it. I always worry about these games early in the season. Yeah. You start out hot against two teams that were really good last year, and you beat them convincingly. Right. And you beat them at home. And this is your first road test. And by all means, Cleveland on paper and how they looked on tape was not good, right? And you think, hey, if we at least go out and take care, we play our game, we should take care of business. But the thing is, that's if you played the way you should play, right? And that's the key point there. They didn't do that. And this is the result. As a player, that was always your concern, right? Are we going to go out there and do what we need to do? Because there are elements to Cleveland that can hurt you, right? And the defensive line.
Their defense is really good.
Yes.
We said for the Packers to lose, they have to contribute to the loss. We didn't imagine how much they would have to contribute to the loss, but that's the perfect example of it. Without the Packers' assistance, Cleveland could not beat the Packers.
Yes. And
that's what coaches say too.
But I was ringing the alarm bell all week. I was saying it's the defensive line of Cleveland. If you don't stop that, if you don't control that, that's going to be a problem.
I didn't argue with you.
Yeah, but and I understand that. Look what Baltimore did. I get that. I understand that. But there's different dynamics to every game and everything. But you just see the way games are going and how things are flowing throughout games. And you see, right? I just look at it too. And maybe you look at it differently. Our biggest weapon last year was running the football. And it just hasn't been there this year yet. And when you take that big part away from an offense that was so good at it last year, and you're not able to use it, and then you're not even able to apply play action to it, you're taking away,
That's what everybody was asking you before the break. What's happened to the running game? Explain it as a lineman.
Again, let's go back to Cleveland. They're really good again. They've allowed up to this game, right before the Packers, 92 yards rushing, and they played Baltimore. So let's start there, right? 92 yards, and that's including Baltimore. So they're really good at stopping the run, right? Second thing is, and I kind of talked about this last week. Where they're struggling right now, when I watch the Packers, is they're struggling climbing to the second level of the defense, so like to the linebackers, and securing the second level for Jacobs. So while they're double teaming and they're doing a decent job securing the first level and getting some movement for him, they're not climbing to the second level, and linebackers are roaming too free and getting too close to the down lineman, that when he gets pretty much to the hip of these defensive linemen, the linebackers are right there, and he has nowhere really to go. He's having to break tackles essentially a yard or yard and a half at the line of scrimmage.
Who are the best offensive linemen at getting to the second level normally? Is any of that Zach Tom's injury? Jenkins now at center? What?
Well, okay, so that's a great point. I mean, Jenkins as a guard was fantastic at climbing. Jenkins was a great guard that climbed to the second level, super athletic, did a lot of that. That was a very strong point of his game, and that was something he was really good at. Zach Tom, I mean, tackles depending on the front, right? Whether it's an over or under front, it depends on what the scheme is. We climb up to the linebackers based on what it is, or if it's play side and we're triple blocking or T blocking, whatever you want to call it, with the tight ends, we climb. But Tom's very good at it too. He's very athletic, so he's able to do that too. So, and with Banks. And now, I mean, Sean Ryan is able to do it. He's a little more of road grader-ish. He's really good on the down man. Sean Ryan's really good on the down man. He's a road grader. Like he's the nail of the double team, right? So he's the guy that goes first, and the second guy's the hammer. So like that's the way that's kind of the analogy of it. So that's what Sean Ryan's really good at. He's decent on the second level, but it's really he's the first one. He's really good at the point of attack, as on the double teams.
Yeah.
Banks is kind of more of that road grader-ish style too. So him climbing to the second level, from what we've seen so far, it's been inconsistent. When you have these inconsistencies getting to the second level, and you've seen the linebackers we've played. Detroit's are very athletic. Washington's very athletic with Bobby Wagner and these guys. And obviously now Cleveland's run defense is so good. You're not going to get anywhere. You're just not going to go anywhere when linebackers are sitting there in the hole. I mean, you have to be able to cut the defense into sections, right? So what I mean by that is, with the double team blocks, you're securing a double team. And when you secure that double team, the lineman that comes free from that double team then has to take that linebacker where he wants to go. So if he's going running over the top, you're climbing and not allowing him then to be like pretty much at line level. You're climbing to him at 3 or 4 yards and taking him to where he wants to go, whether you're sealing him backside or running him play side, and essentially cutting the defense in two.
Will Jenkins get better at this, or do you just assume you're not going to do it as well as a center?
Well, it depends on what the scheme is. A lot of the times, these centers, based on what the scheme is or what the play is, Jenkins may be, if it's an under defense and he's got a shade, he's blocking nose guards. He's not climbing to anybody. He's reaching nose tackles, or he may even be chasing down linebackers way across the ball, and he's not, and the ball may not even get out to him. It's the backside that has to climb the linebackers, that where the ball's going to wind back to. So it all depends on the scheme, the front, and the way the play is supposed to work based on what is presented you to the defense. It's not all just like cut and dry, like they line up in the same place every time and it's going to be perfect cut like this. Like it's all based on the front and what you're presented.
But they assumed that they would be able to still do this and run the ball with Jenkins at center. There was,
of course,
all right,
of course, yes. I mean, this isn't like you don't bring in a guy like Banks who ran the same scheme at San Francisco and think things are not going to be better. Right? Like, that's not what you do. You don't bring in a guy that ran the same scheme, pay him the amount of money, and think, okay, well, we'll take a step back.
And Jenkins will be better at center than the center last year because he's better at everything.
Yes. So like that's not the thought process that you have when you make those moves. Things just have not been as clean as they were, right?
Because they've been hurt. That's I'm going to say to you, because to me, they say it's not. No, it's an excuse, but it's legitimate, right? I mean,
yeah.
Tom is really hurt, seems to me, and Banks must be hurt to some degree too. So until they get right, until they get healthy, I'm based on what you said, I'm assuming the running game is going to be iffy.
Well, I'm going to put it this way. I'll put it this way. If the run game does not get going against Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Then we're going to have a lot of conversation about what's happening. Because everyone runs the ball against Dallas. I don't care what Jerry Jones said, why they got rid of Micah Parsons. No. Like this, they need to run the ball against Dallas. They need to run the ball against. This needs to be a Josh Jacobs game. Period. End of discussion.
All right. We will end the discussion there because I got to get my cot ready. Oh, baby, this segment's good. Brian Bulaga and Rob Demovsky. Next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We are seeing delays, but no more accidents at least. Westbound 94 is backing up out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound has got some backups from 84th Street through the Stadium interchange. That earlier accident blocking the left lane cleared now. Southbound on 41 backing up from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol. Northbound slowing down just before Mayfair Road up to about Burleigh. And then on southbound 894 still a bit heavy through the Zoo interchange down towards Lincoln. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance of showers or storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 62. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, still humid, a chance for showers, a high of 72. Weather is brought to you by Avondale Roofing. Raise the roof and your standards with Avondale Roofing, your trusted partner for over 30 years. Remember, they get on top so you don't have to. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. Zero sugar, zero carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more. Kick off your game day with a shine. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash now with 7 convenient locations across greater Milwaukee, including the brand new location in New Berlin. The best part, your very first wash is absolutely free when you sign up online. That's a $25 value on us. At Tsunami Express, you'll enjoy premium washes that protect your car, plus free vacuums and detailing tools to keep your ride looking spotless inside and out. Fast, easy, and always looking its best. Roll into the game feeling confident and clean. Claim your free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you played the rest. Now play the best.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Are you ready to make a winning decision? Are you going to gamble for fun, or are you going to gamble for money? This year, make that decision that will build your bankroll all year long. Go to FatJackSports.com, and for less than $100 a week, make money betting on the games. That's FatJackSports.com. It's a personal portal. It comes to your email. It's hassle-free. It'll make you money. FatJackSports.com.
Hey IKEA fans, IKEA is turning 40 and they are giving you the present. From September 3rd to the 23rd, IKEA is celebrating with a huge gift card giveaway. Every day, 3 times a day, 40 lucky winners will score an IKEA gift card worth anywhere from $5 to $500. That's right, 120 winners every day at every store. Don't miss your chance to join the celebration and win. Visit your IKEA Oak Creek or IKEA.us for more information today. Must be a IKEA family member to participate. 1 gift card per IKEA family membership during the promotion.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Brian Bulaga Homer Hour now. So good, I rest. At 75, I may sleep, but I don't sleep yet. Take it away with Rob Demovsky, and of course, Brian Bulaga does so because he's so nice.
Rob, good evening. How are you?
I'm good, Brian. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks. So I'm going to cut to the chase. In your opinion, what do you think? What do you think went wrong Sunday afternoon in old Believe Land?
I think that when it comes right down to it, and obviously there's a lot that goes into a game, but to me, it was all about protection, and that meant the offensive line and the field goal protection, right? I mean, blocking was, I mean, I guess it's the most fundamental, elemental thing in football, and they did not block very well. And ultimately, I mean, a lot of other things went wrong, but ultimately, like, that's what it boils down to if you have to look at one thing. And sure, I mean, offensive linemen were moving all over the place. They had guys in and out. I get it. Jordan Love threw a terrible interception. I get it. But if they block better, create a little bit better pass protection. I mean, you can't allow your quarterback to be pressured 42% of the time, sacked 5 times. You can't allow a field goal block. You just can't. And if you don't allow those things, you win the game in spite of whatever else may have gone wrong.
Rob, do you know, or I mean, I guess I don't know. Do you know why when Zach Tom got hurt on play 1, it was Jordan Morgan that went in at right tackle?
Yeah, I don't. In fact, I did not. I had a little bit of a flight delay, and I did not get a chance to ask Matt LaFleur. I did not make it to Matt LaFleur's press conference. I did listen to it, and I don't know that was specifically asked. But, like, I mean, here's the thing, Brian, that's really interesting to me. In 3 games, they've had, let me see if I can get this right, 4 different guys play right tackle: Zach Tom, Darian Kennard, Anthony Belton, and Jordan Morgan. I think, right? I think those guys have all taken a turn there. Jordan Morgan played a lot of positions in training camp. Right tackle was not really one of them. I mean, he played left guard, he played right guard, he played a little bit of left. Actually, I don't even think he played any left tackle this summer. He has in the past. But, like, I mean, right tackle, like, I don't know. I really don't understand it at all. And like, that's one thing Matt LaFleur was asked today is, he talks about wanting guys to be versatile. Is it possible you've hurt Jordan Morgan's development by playing him at so many spots? And Matt LaFleur actually acknowledged that may have happened. Like, they may have done more. I don't know, damage is too strong because it's not like like they can't fix it, but they may have set him back a little bit more by doing this than by leaving him at one position, or even in this case, even 2 positions. Might have helped him.
And that's and Homer, it's like what I've been saying. Like, it's literally, and like what Rob says there is exactly what I've been saying since the start for him. Like, Goody and everyone's been saying versatility. That's great, but you have to be good at one thing, right? Instead of being decent or okay.
Hold on, he's not. I mean, I would ask both of you. He's not that good at anything yet.
Well, right. No, you're right.
Was he?
Well, I think it's fair that maybe he hasn't been good because we haven't seen him be good at one position long enough. I'm not saying Rasheed Walker had a great game or anything, but Rasheed Walker, since he's been here, has basically played one position. It's the hardest position maybe on the line, left tackle. Maybe not, but it's some people think it is. And he's done okay, and maybe better than okay, because he's only played that one spot. Like, they haven't moved him around. And I mean, I think Elton Jenkins is a really good player, but I'm still not sure he's a really good center. I watched the game in the airport while I was delayed in Chicago, and there were plays where, like, Elton snaps the ball, and by the time he gets his head up, the guy's by him. Like the guy, one time a guy went completely across his face and got a pressure that way. And, like, I just don't know if Elton, all these moving parts, I'm not sure if it's doing anybody any good.
Well, see, and I think, Rob, that's part when you miss time in camp and then you get hurt in camp and you're going through all these mechanics, and a lot of it's the silent count. This was the first road game, and they're in silent count, and he's got his head between his legs and he's snapping and then getting his head up, and linemen are moving. As I said before, there's a lot of moving parts to playing center, right? There's a lot of things that happen, and that's one of them, right? Like snapping the ball when your head's between your legs and getting your head up and re-identifying everything. It's hard to do, right? Like, it's hard. Okay, so now getting back to the offensive line is very intriguing to me because of all the moving parts, right? Like, and the injuries, and obviously you said it, 42% pressure rate that's crazy.
It's unacceptable.
It's crazy to me. I like to give the O-line as much credit as I can as I play, but like when you hear that number, that's wild. So Banks, what happened there? How long is he out? What have you heard there?
Actually, I don't think LaFleur was asked about him today at all. He came in with a groin injury. He left with a groin injury, but LaFleur said it's not the same injury. Well, I don't know how many different ways can you hurt your groin. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know you like to give me a hard time back in the day and call me Dr. Demovsky. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Brian.
Yeah, go after that one, Rob. Let's give it your best shot. What's your number at?
Homer Brian used to get mad at me because I would, if I wrote about somebody's injury, he'd give me a hard time and call me, "Oh, what do you know about this one, Dr. Demovsky?" But I don't have anything on this one, Brian. I really don't.
I'm with you. I don't.
But here's one thing though, like Brian, this whole thing about like moving Elton to center. Like, if they don't sign Aaron Banks, they don't move Elton to center, right? Like, and what have they gotten? What have they gotten out of Aaron Banks? And now, granted, it's you don't judge things on 3 games, but they haven't gotten anything out of him in terms of significant playing time, and so because of that, you move Elton to center, and now you got 2 question marks, right? You got the question mark about Aaron Banks, and then you got the question is Elton, is he good enough at center? I mean, he's a darn good. I mean, he's not just good at guard. He was borderline elite at guard, and now he's maybe average at center at this point. I mean, I know we're still only 3 games into it, but so far, things don't look all that great.
Yeah, I understand it. I mean, there's a lot of growing pains with it. There's no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And then, I mean, what's the timetable on Zach Tom now? I mean, it went down first play. That was always going to be iffy, right? What's the timetable on that, you think?
Well, so what I wondered is, okay, he told us a week or 2 ago that he had a slight tear of his oblique, but not a full tear that required the sports hernia or core muscle surgery or whatever they call it. And so then when he goes out the first play, I thought, oh, maybe he tore it worse. Well, it sounds like he did not. He actually, the injury from a medical testing standpoint is no worse than it was. It was just the fact that, like we talked about this on the pregame show, like he didn't do a whole lot in practice, so he didn't really know if he could go out and do it in a game, and he goes out there one play and he's like, oh man, this is, I can't do this. It should never get to that point, right? Like, I mean, you can't, you can't, like when we talked to him on Wednesday, I remember Wednesday and Thursday, and he hadn't done any team. He definitely didn't do any team 11 on 11 on Wednesday. Maybe he did some later in the week, but even as I was watching him take the field for warm-ups, everybody else was moving, at a pretty good clip. Running down is where the offensive lineman warmed up. was the opposite end of the tunnel, so you had to run 120 yards to the other end of the field. Zach Tom didn't even look like he was moving well there, and I thought to myself, well, okay, maybe he's only active in an emergency situation because they only have 51 guys on the roster, so they only had to have 3 inactives. So I thought, oh, maybe it's just an emergency only. Well, then he gets out there and lines up with the starters, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, I guess he's going to play. But even Matt LaFleur said after the game, he goes, that should never have happened. Now, is that a miscommunication between the medical staff and the player, or is the player not being, did he think he was better than he was, or what? I don't know, but that kind of thing, you really can't have that happen, and it did. And there were a lot of things that can't happen that did, and they all add up to exactly what happened on Sunday and losing to, a football team that just has a great defense, but not a whole lot else going for it. And make no mistake about it. I was impressed with that defense going into the game, and I came away really impressed. If they had even a quarterback who could move a little bit, they'd probably win 8 or 9 or 10 games. But I don't see how they will with that offense.
All right, Rob, I only have one quick question. I will never understand, because to me it's a basic high school football coach decision. Having watched that game in the situation that they were in, to not run the ball on 3rd down. I don't care what the rules are in the NFL. I don't care what the game is like, because anybody watching that game and who's coached no higher than the high school level would have said, we're not passing the ball, or if we pass it, it'll be, to a halfback, or we'll just fake it.
Well,
given the game we watched and how horrible the Cleveland offense was.
Yeah, let me play devil's advocate here for just a second. How many people, and maybe you wouldn't have, but I bet a lot of people would have criticized LaFleur for taking his foot off the gas and playing not to lose if they had run the ball and didn't get it and punted it away. Now, I think that's the other, and people have criticized him for not being aggressive enough. So, I think here's my take on that, Homer, is maybe it was a bad decision, maybe it was a bad play call, but the quarterback has to see that safety, has to. You can't, that's just, maybe you talk about, I get it, you're talking about coaching 101, that's quarterbacking 101.
I understand, and you're right, and certainly Love should be picked on. But anybody who's watched Jordan Love would understand that such a play is possible with him.
Yeah, see,
correct?
I don't buy it.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't buy that. I think he's been pretty good. I mean, this is a guy who went, 9 straight regular season games without an interception. I realized he had 3 in the playoff game, but he's had long stretches where he's made good decisions and has been accurate with the football. So I don't know. Okay. If your premise is you don't trust Jordan Love, then I 100% understand why you don't like the play call.
No, I like him as a player. I don't trust him because, not that he's far, but he's capable of making decisions that make no sense. For example, the last one would be taking the sack. There's no way to comprehend that. Or I go back to the first time at the playoff game against San Francisco when he throws the interception on first down. But,
right. Well, real quick on that play, on that sack at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
I looked at the play clock and I looked at the game clock, and they're not going to run a play. I went to the bathroom because I had to take a leak at the end of the 3rd quarter, and I go to the bathroom and I hear over the PA system, Jordan Love sacked -11. I'm like, wait a minute, why did they run a play? They didn't have to run a play. I'm in the bathroom thinking I got time and I'm not going to miss anything. To me, that's another one where I don't know. I don't understand that call. Just let the play call, let the quarter go down, think about what you want to run on that play, and then do it out of the timeout.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have a nice bathroom break though.
Well, you can say the same thing about the play before the field goal to win the game. How none of the players from the Packers delayed it as much as they could? There's no way they should have been able to get off that field goal.
I said it in real time to Matt Schneidman from The Athletic, who was sitting next to me when that play happened. I said, well, this game's going overtime.
Yes.
They ran the play. There's 0 chance they're getting this down. And they not only did they get it, they got it with time to spare, which that another thing and I watched it again today. I slowed it down. I sped it up. I can't believe how quickly
it's like the Packer players were on the Browns.
Yeah, no doubt.
They
and the
seem
Browns,
to be
I've never
attempting-
seen a team get lined up like that fast.
Yeah.
Like the Browns,
That was fast.
They
It was very
really
fast.
did, really fast. And the referee just ran in there and tapped the thing, which I guess is legal. I didn't realize that. So
Which shocked me because they normally run behind it. He ran in front of it. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to do this for Brian Bulaga before we have to let you go, Rob, and that is the Packers are winning. There's no way they are losing to the Dallas Cowboys. And Dr. Football, you could say you can't go there, Homer. Don't go there. There is zero chance they're losing. Oh wait, I can't say zero. There's less than 5% chance.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Cowboys' defense stinks. I mean, it stinks.
I mean, it's bad. It's very bad.
And the Packers were embarrassed.
Yep.
They were.
Oh, and Josh Jacobs did say, I mean, it's one thing to say it, but Josh Jacobs did say after the game, I feel bad for the team that has to see us next because the guys in this locker room were really bothered by this. And that's, it's a really good thing to say, but let's see how they
but you believe it, and I believe it, right?
I do too. Yeah, I believe it. I liked the locker room vibe afterwards. I mean, guys, there was no pointing fingers. There was look in the mirror, taking accountability. Micah Parsons did it. Xavier McKinney did it. Josh Jacobs did it. I mean, they all did. So this was not. Now, if this happens in week 13 or 14, I'd like to see what the reaction is. But I think it was the right response for week 3.
Dr. Football, any final words since I interrupted? My cot got a little busted. That's why I had to get up.
No, that's you everyone got it all. Got it all.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, guys. See you later.
Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
This NFC North is a two-team race, period. I've seen enough. I thought it, I believed it, and now I've seen enough.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
I've watched Minnesota struggle for 7 out of 8 quarters. Their offense stinks. I think there's going to be some very angry wide receivers.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Jen Latta here from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Fall in Wisconsin means football season, crisp evenings, apple orchards, and pumpkin patches. But it is also one of the best times to sell your home. With serious buyers looking and fewer homes on the market, you could score a deal before winter hits with the We Sell Group. Don't delay until chaos hits in the spring. The We Sell Group is ready to give your home a home field advantage so it gets sold this fall. The We Sell Group, helping Wisconsinites score big in their next chapter. Get started with Rob and Nick at WeSell.kw.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Packers fans, your next quick trip run could score you the ultimate win. Cruising into tailgate season in a brand new Chevy Silverado RST, or blazing the trails on a new Polaris Sportsman 570, or grilling like an MVP with your new Pit Boss Ultimate Liftoff Griddle. Whoa, every dollar you spend at Quick Trip with Quick Rewards earns you a point in the Packers fan zone. So come in and get winning. No purchase necessary. Full details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin's Subs. Enjoy them with your favorite dipping sauce, or try them in one of our 2 new subs, Classic Crispy Chicken or Bold Buffalo Ranch Crispy Chicken. Both served on our fresh baked bread, made with quality you can taste. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousin's Subs. We believe in better.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Catch the final battle of the regular season. The Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. Get in on Fan Appreciation Night and tumbler giveaway on Saturday the 27th. Close out the regular season with the Crew. Get your tickets at Brewers.com.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Monday with Greg Matzik and Gary Ellison coming up. This has been the Brian Bulaga Homer Hour with the Doctor of Football. What do you want to finish with? What didn't we say enough? What do you want people to remember? I said if they lost this game and to Dallas, I'm still not worried about this team. After this last one, I will worry a little if they don't beat Dallas. I mentioned it to Rob, and I would mention it to you. I think it makes a difference when a good team, any team, but especially a good team, feels embarrassed. And I think the Packers do. Do you agree with any of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good when they get a little egg on their face, and that's what this was, right? Like, I mean, they got humbled a little bit, right? And I think better earlier than later, in my opinion, right? Better for this to happen right now than, like Rob said, in week 13 or 14. Yeah, I mean, I'm not concerned. I think, you know, making mistakes right now and seeing it on tape and making the corrections. Obviously, injuries up front, that is my concern, right? Like, that is my concern, because seeing the protection and seeing how that went, that is my big concern. I mean, 42% pressure rate is not, that's not going to cut it. Like, you can't have that. Right?
I mean,
like,
Zach Tom is really important. He's the best lineman, right? It's not even close.
Yeah, he's very good. Very good. Can't have that. You can't have that pressure rate. You remove a really good tackle, you see what happens. Bad stuff happens.
I want to watch and see how Detroit does against Baltimore.
Should be a good game.
Well, we'll see. I think you have to factor in Chicago, Dallas, who and what they are. I always think Baltimore's tough.
Baltimore's good.
Yeah. Brian Bulaga's Homer Hour. Hope you enjoyed it. Rob Demovsky as well. You can listen, watch it again. ESPN Wisconsin app. Again, the Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Monday with Greg and Gary next.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right.
Eastbound 94, we're seeing delays from about 76.